This YouTube channel is making over $30,000 a month from faceless 3D documentary videos, and they pulled in almost 3 million views in the last 7 days and almost 20 million views in the last month. This one has generated over 1 million views in the last week alone, and this channel has generated over 2 million views in the last 7 days. The truth is, this is one of the easiest niches to get a lot of views fast on YouTube right now. And in the past, channels like Fern needed a team of over 60 people to generate clips, research, and create these videos. But good news, today you can literally do this in the next 15 minutes like I just did in that clip. Check this out.
A rejected art student, homeless, broke, forgotten. But in a broken Germany, his voice became a weapon. By 1933, Adolf Hitler seized total power, turning a democracy into a dictatorship. He conquered Europe. He waged the deadliest war in history. And he carried out the murder of 6 million Jews. But his empire built on fear could not last. In 1945, trapped in a bunker as the world closed in, Hitler ended his own life. 1,000-year empire, gone in 12.
Step 1. The script. Alright, so the first thing that we need to do here is find the brain of this entire operation. Basically, you're going to need a scriptwriter, a storyboarder, and a chatbot. Now, if you want something completely free, you can use DeepSeek. It's open source, there's no paywall, and there's unlimited chat. But if you want something a little bit better, then you can use ChatGPT, and of course, most of you already know what that is. But for this tutorial, we're going to be using Claude from Anthropic. Here's the thing about Claude. I've tried ChatGPT, Gemini, all of them. They're fine for general stuff, but if you need a script that actually sounds like a Netflix documentary, something with rhythm, with beats that land, Claude just gets it. So once you're into Claude, we're going to ask it for a short documentary script. And you need to give it a topic. I noticed that a lot of the most popular Fern videos are about World War II and the rise of Adolf Hitler. So I'm going to prompt Claude to give me a script based on this topic, and we're going to ask for a 30-second script that people will instantly recognize. And in just a few seconds, this is what it came back with. A rejected art student, homeless, broke, forgotten, but in a broken Germany, his voice became a weapon. You saw the rest of it in the clip that I showed you, but already this has pacing, it has drama, and it's gonna do well on YouTube. Every line in this is a beat, and that rhythm is what keeps people watching. Once you're happy, just copy that because we're gonna need it in the next step. Step 2. Get into Agent Opus. Now that we've got the script, we need to find a way to actually turn this into footage. And after testing hundreds of different AI video generators, the one that actually works well for this style is called Agent Opus. We're going to head over to Agent Opus and start an account. And I'll actually leave a link in the description that will give you free credits. You're going to head over to Agent Opus and create an account. Once you're in, you're going to land on a page that looks like this. Now, here's why I like this tool. Most AI video generators cap you at around 15 seconds per clip. So if you want to make a 10-minute YouTube video that actually performs, you're going to need to generate tons of different clips, then edit them and trim them and force transitions. It becomes a nightmare. But the cool part about Agent Opus is it allows you to upload files up to 10 minutes long and generate one continuous video. No editor, no stitching clips together, everything happens right here. At the bottom, you'll see a few options: script to video, audio to video, song to video. But for a documentary like this, we're going to be using script to video. You're going to set your aspect ratio here, and we're going to use 16:9 for YouTube, but if you wanted to make one for shorts or Instagram Reels, you would use 9:16. Then we're going to choose the model that'll do the heavy lifting for us. We're going to choose Seedance 2.0, which is one of the best cinematic AI video models available right now. Step 3. Build your style. So that's the interface, but now let's build our style, and this is very important when using Agent Opus. This is what's going to be what separates a random YouTube channel from one that actually looks like a real studio made it. Inside Agent Opus, we're going to build our own style. So I'm going to click on Add Style, and then you need to feed it reference images of the exact look that you want. So I went and grabbed a few frames from some of those 3D documentary channels that I showed you earlier, where it shows this clean white mannequin figure inside realistic environments, and I just dropped them right in here. Think of this step like trying to show Agent Opus a mood board instead of trying to describe it with words. Next, in the description box, I just write mannequin style and click generate. Give it a few seconds and Agent Opus will study the references and build you a complete style. Sample shots, a written style prompt, and they're going to lock in a color palette for you so every future scene matches that style. But here's the thing, look closely at the backgrounds. Some of these feel too modern, glass windows, digital screens, but we're telling a 1940s story. So to change this, I use this box right here, where it says what should change. And I tell it to change the background to 1930s and 40s Germany, concrete bunkers, vintage wood furniture, period war rooms, less modern corporate, more historical military headquarters. And just like that, we have the same mannequin look, but now the world around it feels like it actually matches. Once you have it right, click Add Style. Now it lives in your style library forever, meaning you can use this in all your future videos. And that's the secret to consistency. One style, one format that you can reuse forever and ever in all of your future videos. And that's what these channels do so well. Every video they upload has that same Netflix style quality. Step 4. Assets and voiceover. Before we generate, 2 quick things. First, under assets, you can add a recurring character, a logo, or even a product. Basically, anything that you want to consistently show up across your videos. Like these Fern style mannequins that you see in every Fern video, this is great for branding on YouTube. Next, under audio, you've got the voiceover. Here you can pick a voice from the library, you can upload your own audio, or you can clone a voice so every video on your channel sounds the same. I'm going to be choosing this one because it's British, and let's be honest, everything sounds about 40% smarter when it's spoken with a British accent. Step 5. Generate the video. Alright, so now we bring it all together. I paste in the 30-second script, I make sure that Seedance 2.0 is selected, and I set my aspect ratio, and then I send it. Then, Agent Opus reads the entire script, and it builds a video brief. It figures out who the audience is, the tone, the pacing, all of it on its own. Then it shows you the transcript of the video so you can check it before spending any of your credits. But here's where you can take more control. Before generating, we're going to give it some more instructions. I'm going to say no static shots, every shot needs to be real camera movement, push-ins, pans, slow drifts. The characters and objects need to move too. The transitions have to be smooth with no warping or distortion. And this part is really important for storytelling. The character has to age throughout the story. Remember, we're telling the story of one of the most infamous people in the world, and so he needs to be young as a rejected art student, worn down when he's broke, a young soldier, and then over time he matures as he becomes a leader in his country, and then of course when he starts to get old and things go horribly wrong for him. And watch what it does. It breaks down the script into different shots and it writes down each scene. We can see that Agent Opus generated a young mannequin on a wet street, sketches spilling from a portfolio, yada yada yada. And if you really sit down and read this is storytelling that a human editor would be proud of. And remember, those channels that have 60 people working on these videos were able to basically replicate using one simple AI tool in a matter of minutes. So once you're happy with the storyboard, you can click Looks Good, Create. Then Agent Opus generates the voiceover and animates every shot in your lock style, and it stitches it all together. And I'm actually going to show you the raw version that it gave me.
A rejected art student, homeless, broke, forgotten. But in a broken Germany, his voice became a weapon. By 1933, Adolf Hitler seized total power, turning a democracy into a dictatorship. He conquered Europe. He waged the deadliest war in history. And he carried out the murder of 6 million Jews. But his empire built on fear could not last. In 1945, trapped in a bunker, as the world closed in, Hitler ended his own life. A 1,000-year empire, gone in 12.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that came out way better than I expected. And if you're getting value from this, make sure to hit subscribe because we share all sorts of workflows like this that are not gatekept like so many other people on the internet. We share everything for free here, and you liking this video helps more than you know. Now back to the video, and I know some of you have been waiting for this demonetization tip. Now, like I promised, this tip is to help protect your channel. You've probably heard about a lot of AI YouTube channels getting demonetized without knowing why, but the fix is probably simpler than you think. If you can keep your channel educational and not feeling like AI slop, you will not have a problem. And in this niche specifically, never use graphic violence and always frame dark moments as cautionary history. You want to focus on what happened and why it mattered. And if we notice in our script, Agent Opus actually did this for us. Instead of saying anything explicit, they referred to it as a pile of shoes. And that's the exact instinct that you want on a channel like this. Keep it factual, stay respectful, and the algorithm will treat your video as an educational piece of content. And that's exactly what will keep it monetized. As soon as you cross over into AI slop world, that's when things get demonetized. Now, here's the thing. I'm not just going to show you how to make a video like this. I'm actually going to prove to you that it works. Right now, I'm actually uploading this to a brand new YouTube channel with 0 subscribers, completely fresh, and tracking all the results. And you're probably noticing that I'm not sharing the name of that channel here because I don't want you guys who are interested in AI on YouTube to go and watch 2 seconds of that video and mess up all the stats. But if you do want to see the results, I'm going to be sharing the results of this channel to show how well this actually does. So make sure you're subscribed to see how many views it gets, how the retention looked, and whether this strategy actually works. And guys, that is the entire workflow, from video idea to script to voiceover to a consistent channel style, and of course all our finished cinematic footage, all from one simple tool and workflow. This is the kind of thing that used to need a studio, a big budget, and 3 months to produce. But now you can do this faster than I can play a round of golf. This is genuinely one of the easiest niches to grow your first YouTube channel in, and the barrier to entry has never been lower. If you want to try Agent Opus yourself, I've got a link in the description below where you can go test it out with a ton of free credits. And if you want more videos like this with breakdowns, tutorials, and strategies that actually work on YouTube, you know what to do. And with that, I will see you on the other side.